getting all that income, we cannot pay the employees. So their hours are being cut as well.
John Henry, WUSA 9.
The State of the Union is unclear. I'm talking about the presidential speech. Letters about it were flying up and down Pennsylvania Avenue today because letters are apparently a thing again. The first missive left the White House at about 12:20 this afternoon, headed to Capitol Hill. President Trump essentially telling House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, get the place ready. I'm coming to talk. Well, then fast forward 2 hours to around 2:30 this afternoon. Another letter headed in the other direction down Pennsylvania Avenue from Nancy Pelosi, informing the president he was no longer invited. Now, in order for the president to address Congress, the House has to pass a bill calling for a joint session. Who's in charge of making that happen? Nancy Pelosi. We'll keep you posted on the president's plan for his speech. And in fact, there's some breaking news just in on this, literally just in the past 3 minutes. President Trump has just tweeted that he will delay his State of the Union address until after the government shutdown is resolved. Well, there's no shutting down the rain and wind and nastiness headed our way, but you're telling me it's going to move in and out a little quicker than you originally had forecast.
It's going to move in like an hour slower. Okay. So now the critical hours are 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. I mean, we're kind of getting granular here, but just so you know, it was 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now it's 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay. But once we get through the morning, we're in pretty good shape. Nice. Then we're okay. So we get rid of all the high winds and the possible flooding once we get through the morning. So bus stop forecast. Well, here we go. It's going to be not the most pleasant bus stop forecast, really isn't. We're looking at temperature-wise, it will be. Temperatures, look at this, in the 50s, pretty much across the board, 59 by 9 o'clock, but rain and heavy and high winds, and some of that rain is going to be heavy. Then we start to fall a little bit in the upper 40s by 3 o'clock. So when the kids go out in the morning, they're going to think, oh, it's warm, Mom and Dad, I don't need a coat. Yeah, you do, because it's going to get cold by the time you come home. There's the flood watch, in case you missed it, at the top of the show. Covers most of the metro area, and essentially it's for the morning hours. I know it goes until 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, but it's for the morning hours. Here we go. We'll zoom in a little bit of light activity down, about to cross over I-66. So just look for light rain and showers tonight. By the time we get into tomorrow morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, now we have light to moderate activity with temps in the 50s. By 6 a.m. now we have moderate activity, temps in the 50s, 57 downtown. Look at this line. You don't see red too often in January. We could hear the rumble of thunder, and the models are trying to develop some big storms too down to the south into southern Maryland, northern neck. And this is actually at 9 a.m., so that's why we slowed it down just a little bit. But if you looked at that quickly, some red went through right around I-95 about 10, 11 o'clock. But then, boom, by lunchtime, it's pretty much gone. We begin to clear out, winds shift, and then temps start to fall. So once we get through the morning, the winds will not be a problem, and also the rain will not be a problem. But in the meantime, we have to get through tomorrow morning. So yellow weather alert, heavy rain, high winds, critical times now 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Howard will be in with Mary tomorrow. Winds are gust 40 to 50. And temps are going to fall in the afternoon. But once we get through the morning, winds won't be a problem either. There's the wind advisory, essentially the metro area, but even if you're in Frederick County, you could still get a wind gust of 40 to 50 miles per hour. Here's what I mean. 6 a.m. These are forecasts, snapshot in time. Each number is miles per hour. 34-mile-per-hour wind gust downtown at 6 a.m., 41 in Hagerstown. By 9 a.m., 41 downtown, 43 in Annapolis. Check this out, 58-mile-per-hour wind in Ocean City. But as fast as they come in, by the time we get to lunch hour, the high winds are about to move offshore. We're going to be left with some winds, 15 to 30, but we can handle that. The damaging winds I'm worried about will be in the morning. So yellow weather alert tomorrow, windy and cold on Friday, only in the 30s on Saturday. Sunday, we're sort of cold too, maybe a flurry late. Maybe some mountain snow showers, no doubt about that, Saturday and Sunday. Back in the 40s Monday, some showers on Tuesday, 48, and then more Arctic air, but dry. Next Wednesday, highs right around freezing.
Thank you, Topper. Did you know the Redskins cheerleading squad is the longest running cheerleading squad in the NFL? And when they're not on the sidelines, they are committed to making a difference in our community. Tomorrow morning, the ladies will brave the elements and join us here as part of our live studio audience on Get Up DC. You can tune in there and check it out at 6 a.m. All right, so we've been following the troubles facing the Caps. How did they look tonight?
Not good. We'll put that in perspective in just a little bit how bad it really is. We do have some positive news, though. Kevin Durant giving back to the community